a scale of 1 to soil my trousers violently, how concerned should I be about this whole rift situation?
I would query if your day has been positive, but so few folks visit me if their integers are advantageous. Of course.
Weapon prime! Unready! On the wrist. Yeah. Hostilities are afoot. This might sting. Patience. Still recharging. Adversary vulnerable. Need to finish recharging first. All the rift. This might sting. Alive.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. The wonders of winter's grasp lay ahead, though do stay on the road.
Trooper.
The ice caves
Hayes.
all manner of dangers.
Hayes, can you hear me?
Hayes, your family is depending on you. You gotta shake off these vapors, man, and clear your head.
This will be at the bridge has been totally isolated from reinforcements. Thanks to its start, we couldn't even begin to respond.
Consume in peace and we won't have a problem.
Even a strategic plan would have been a better use for it than making more money. Maybe one by now.
I've no fair ideas of how to proceed, White. Nothing we do seems to garner the... Yes? Can I... wait. Welcome, potential customer, to the majesty of... It's really none of your...
Sarge, maybe they can help. The two of us are certainly out of options.
And who'll pay them for the assistance? You? Very well. The issue is our compatriot, Trooper Hayes. He seems to have some...
Same sucker, bad habit blocker. It tracks every movement like a hunting death stalker.
He's that.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At first I thought it might be some manner of marketing ploy, but it seems permanent. The artillery bombardment was particularly heavy last night before Hayes put his hands over his ears. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the cost of his family's lodgings on the claim. Yes, well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take when you're young, before you reach an age to become a real earner. Sadly, you're probably right. Thank you for trying.
Has anyone seen Jack? He was patrolling the caves in Sector 13, but it doesn't seem he's made his return.
Nah, but I wouldn't worry. Jack may be a hullhead, but he's got enough sense to make it back before dark.
I hope you're right.
How about I do my job, and you do whatever it is.
Still charging! If I could, but alas, it's not hard. Resorting to violence.
there, go-getter. Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Breathe once for yes. I expect I can work with that. Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition. Our team... Say, you look like some sort of rogue former
Me? Part of the Order? Oh, no, dear. I assure you I simply share their love of sweeping cloaks and sciencey-looking accessories. I shall update my wardrobe to avoid...
Would you happen to be familiar with this campus? We're not entirely clear what... If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. We scour rival facilities for hidden recipes, secret formulas, special ingredients. It's a unique brand of warfare, exclusive. Information wants to be freed, then priced and shared along understood lines of commodification and distribution. That seemingly unimposing edifice over there? Good luck. Lost a few peons in there. Place is full of deleterious traps devised by Order ingenuity. At some point, we'll work up the nerve to return. Been scouring all the other buildings clean since. A mess of energy-based barriers. A few seem pretty intent on bisecting. Well, suppose we'll let you in. You might just... Alternately, if you manage to find... Assuming you don't die. Which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way.
You're new. Don't seem like another one of these trade secret vultures either. How about you? Know there's a war on, don't you? You here to help me win it? Oh, been out in the field, have you? Like a Sub-Rosa finagler operates out of the Port Authority building at the landing pad near Winter's Grasp. Sub-Rosa works with both sides, understood. But I want to know what she's into with the Protectorate. Let's say I'm curious. What, and leave this place to the likes of them? Someone needs to keep an eye on these. Look forward to...
That whole place is one big death trap. You want in? Be my guest.
Oh, look who finally decided to appear.
Anais, you're not supposed to be here.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way in. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen. Yes, plenty of them. And scads of dead Auntie's Choice employees. They didn't get very far. I deemed it peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
Burn down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent. Might be worth rummaging about a bit as we go. May find some weapons.
Well then,
Anais,
I expected such to be your...
I am not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need...
Fine. Go.
I'll hang back a moment while you... Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences.
Research studies prove that disengaging from complex tasks for a time to engage the mind in unrelated challenges has downstream beneficial effects for problem solving. Thus, our department attempted to design a series of stress-reducing educational challenges to facilitate these efforts. After some light early successes, we refined further and received results beyond our wildest intent. Soon, members of other departments were idling away in our offices for hours, absorbed with what soon became known as brain puzzlements. My personal productivity was quite adversely affected by the mather. I still see it sometimes when I close my eyes. We finally locked them away to keep from engaging with them. Unfortunately, copies were smuggled out and distributed far and wide, leading to the oft-cited equational delay incident.
Yes, Commander. Yes, quite. Anais was always equally at home in the field. Suppose seeing the future more clearly than other. Anyhow, I'm sure she heard me this time. I owe her. Inquire away. I may even respond. Very well.
Hello? Someone there? Hello? Help! Please! Thank the law somebody came by. I've been rationing my anti-Cleo Borst rockets, and you know what? Your tongue turns black if you eat them all week. Might concerning, since it's all I have. We was sizing up the place, well, the lobby, when our boss ordered us to find an off switch for them. A bunch of the others got killed. I got stuck in here. Boss left.
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's choice? Free to roam in a building full of order secrets? Granted, time-wasting contrivances is concerning only to those I certainly wouldn't want. At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's Choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something. Yes, and if you let him free, hundreds, thousands, millions of living, breathing human beings might die.
I don't know what's going on, but
I seriously doubt you're going to convince me we should release him. The stakes are simply too high.
I promise not to.
Really ought to listen sometime. Not claiming I'm perfect, but I survived this long.
Can you let me out now, please? Phew. Well, that's a relief. Didn't think I'd ever get free. No thanks to you, ma'am.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
Oh, but of course, this is all the bits I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
You're young. find time
I mean,
for
it
a
really
private
makes me
word
question
after
just
the mission.
how much chaos is too much. People need just the right amount so they're ready to hear the truth. Too much, and they just turn into blubber and flatwood.
We'll stay here. Who left this vent open? Security around here was tighter in my day. Did I read that correctly? Seemed concerning.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got company in the form of an Auntie's Choice patrol. Seems they're
Don't shoot! Like she said, I'm just here to talk. No, we're not exactly friends at present, but, temporary truce, perhaps? Believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. And I am willing to offer a mutually beneficial arrangement. Spied the signs on the way up. Our team has a keen interest in much of the research stored here. But cataclysmic ends, which I presume you're here to destroy, don't like the sound of that at all. By all means, burn every last trace. But let us...
The idea of any Order research falling into Auntie's Choice hands is utterly abhorrent to me. I advise a rigorous refusal, as in, no witnesses.
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Nothing elaborate. Bits. A bunch of them. Enough to buy yourself something nice.
You're not seriously considering this, are you? These two-faced snake oil peddlers are incapable of making an honest deal.
Oh, nothing particularly heinous. We may conceivably utilize some information in the possible formation of potential new products. No harm to you, or anyone.
Can't really predict how Auntie's Choice would market heretical miscellany, but I could easily foresee them rushing detrimental cognitive enhancers to market.
Understood. But if it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you decide to change your mind.
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have no more visitors. Burners are lit. Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process. Best attend to the matter at hand. We can indulge in all sorts of idle talk afterward.
Well then, that seems sufficiently carbonized, cinderized. No half measures from the Order. Say what you will about them, but they are not.
Excellent. Well, a deal's a deal. Meet me downstairs after you're done here, and we'll settle up.
Never pegged you as such an opportunist. But perhaps there's more to this play than I'm seeing. Perhaps I should be relieved Auntie's Choice didn't get anything universe-threatening.
My original notes and research are burnt to a crisp. It's over. Finally.
I'm sorry. But I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. There's at least one set of copies out there. Yes, the goal, the stakes. It all feels disturbed. Give me some time. I'll find them.
What do you need from me?
To go on and live your life. Around other people, not holed up in a dilapidated
You can't possibly expect to...
Why don't we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Meet you near the exit. I just want to sift through things here for a moment.
Pleasure doing business with you. I can see we'll have our hands full digging through all you've left us here. We deeply appreciate your assistance in further expanding the ever-growing Auntie's Choice proprietary insight catalog.
Suppose this is goodbye. No. I recognize that look in Maris. Been interesting to see you. Before I forget, I meant...
So we're good? You and I. Everything... settled?
A new cause comes up and you take it on, whoever you are now.
Goodbye, Anais. Yes, she's every bit as keen. Appreciate your support. Been a spell. Anais snuck. I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan favor us against law.
Oh, thank you. I am never eating forced rockets again.
Oh, a customer. Appears a needs. Got a good supply of Auntie's Choice. Just
knock off the funny business.
somebody loiter about a border call without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it. Oh, well, forget I said anything then. Oh, if you wanted to bribe me, you should have just led with that. If you want to undermine Protectorate troop morale around the Archive, you're in luck. Otherwise, not so much, I guess. 6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister. You know that grafting program they used to have? Where they'd give some hapless hullhead a big monster arm? Torn off one of these crates arrived, full of rejected Crabbo-graft parts. Sat untouched for months till I found them. And I thought, little rebranding, the right angle? Bet I could sell these. I met this Protectorate officer. Smug as all get out, naive as the day is long. Said she had logistical supply concerns and needed means to... As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment of... She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot, promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks. I was sort of bragging to a colleague about the scam. How I tricked a gullible Protectorate officer into purchasing and relabeling rejected grafting materials as Crabbo rations. Don't mention it to anyone, especially...
was right. Solitude has been good for my studies. In just 93 days, I have made extraordinary progress deciphering the truths of our universe. For instance, there are none. None whatsoever. Objective reality is itself a concept invented by subjective observers eager to apply reason to chaos. In light of that view, better to assume we are all sleepwalkers, sharing the same dream of consciousness. We are the universe attempting to know itself. Wow. Life-affirming, in a way. And to think, I almost walked out into that blizzard last week.
I'll handle this. Ratcheting up my aggression. They're benumbed.
There is no cold that can get no hold. You, what? Yeah, Brumblebomb. I'm well, masterful even. Got me covered in. Made me a little hot. So hot. I stripped out. Okay, if you think it's a good idea, but you ain't got. Thank you greatly for your assistance. I feel so much better. I suppose I lost my head.
Rattlebrand Frat, the only large player of that. Once you try.
Any news from the field? Any further progress? Learn anything useful? Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can continue swindling the Protectorate then. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Glad we could make a deal.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully, now. How might we be of use to one another? I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully, now. How might we be of use?
I don't know you, but you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do. Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels in hiding. When I give the word...
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
Maybe I deserve to be. I didn't want to do this. I guess I shouldn't have questioned the kill order so loudly. It was real. It came from the Exalted Leader herself. She summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save... I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. Did you not hear me? I said he dies!
No. Sentinels! Target confirmed!
Target analyzed. Fire.
Replenishing my firearm.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. I would not refuse medical support.
I can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters. Lots of killing, I'd assume. And we don't need to worry about their systems. My parents... I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use... I did mention all the killing, didn't I?
Thank you, dear. Yes, dear. Anything on your mind? Do you now? Let's hear it. More than anyone alive, I suppose. Not that I agree with all of her. In our time at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, I gained... She needn't have worried, though. I have recently come to appreciate, in a typically roundabout fashion. I mean, of course I know who I am. May the plan...
Commander, over here. Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the other's got no choice. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real... Would you watch the message with me? Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it. True. Thanks, Commander.
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for... Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on... Whatever you're doing is... Stop them.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. Will you help me? Thank you, Commander. We keep our lamps lit. We... Loath as I am to compliment the enemy, that's one damn impressive tower. Seizing that. Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned.
void? Law, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. It don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
Well, he's not going anywhere, so let's move. Slow and watchful. Don't want to suffer the same fate as those troopers. An obvious safety hazard in an Auntie's Choice facility? Whew. Color me shocked. Something goes wrong, it's always the poor bastards in maintenance that feel the hurt first.
Many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair, only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the voided cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse. And
What are they doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this. This clear disregard for life.
Whatever was done to these creatures was done with intent.
when I
I
need
just
it.
hope they weren't alive long to feel it.
What's... Ola Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
We don't have all the facts yet to explain this. Don't give up hope just yet.
had a notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice. But Law, my heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but no. This man, whoever he is, 2 weeks. Law. And he's just being kept here. Void, damn it, this poor man. The test subject, all of them could have been me. That ain't true. It weren't abandonment. It was breakage. I knew what would happen should anything go wrong. It made me a liability. It endangered my unit. But they gave me hope when I had nothing. If that was a lie, then suppose I've always known something to be true, though. If it's folk like us who pay the price. All that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. My aim's steady, if that's your concern. I'm sorry. I'll be fine. Ain't keen to chat, Commander. I gotta find that doctor.
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face.
Lamps up, Commander. Maintenance hatch, just there on the scene. Might be good for keeping low.
What wretched work. Poor creatures ain't got an idea what's in store for them. Wasn't keen on seeing a fight between them. Ain't keen to chat, Commander. I gotta find that doctor.
Get on out of here, pig. Go make yourself a nice dive someplace folks won't cut you up.
I wanted a pet cysty pig real bad when I was a kid. I can water and feed him.
Incognito's not a barn, Commander. I'll make sure Val knows the pig ain't for eating. Hey, Commander. I wanted to thank you for hearing me out after everything that happened with DeVries. I wish she hadn't gone down the path she did. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We can get back to the mission now. Not sure I go that far, but I'm definitely ready to leave the past in the past. For good, this time.
Hit the wrong side of a freighter.
Someone got rid of it. Out of sight, on the way. Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Void. That must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help.
Keep low if we want to avoid trading blows with those Ursopods ahead.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
You've got your 6 in this. Do what you need to.
There wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursopod. Yet, here you are. What a show!
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you...
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. What you have to understand is that being a regular soldier does not pay dividends. But unfortunately, understanding can only go so...
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress? There is no research for you to take. I purposely did not keep meticulous records. You know how it is in a competitive industry. I cannot risk someone else taking credit for my work. It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't keen on anything this man sells.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want. I'm not sure I should. If I accept such a bribe, what does that make me? Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't...
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot... You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it.
No. Stop talking. Stay there. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons. What if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again? I think you have the right of it. You felt that rage with me, Commander, back there in the lab with the soldier. I trust you more than anyone, I think. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue, we can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led. We'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Fine then. I'll accept whatever consequences may come. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the graphs you like and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you bet. Let's get out of here before I
There, the grafts are yours. I've lifted the lab out of lockdown. You're free to leave unhindered. I'll be off to Fairfield soon.
him alive. We can't salvage any of this research now. I need to get back to the ship.
grafts are yours.
Have an update about that. Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. May all...
Anti-Fizzle's Num Rum! Taste more and feel less with Num
Think we should make for Fairfield for the grafting lab. These 2 parts I got, and maybe I can bend the doc's ear for a moment or two. Thank you, Command. I'm just hoping.
Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Charm, Zero-G Groove, and
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much.
Whenever you curse your tough luck, just remember, at least a relay station didn't fall on your town.
Ah, Inez, have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky
No, Yeah, I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me, if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm high.
Yeah, you could... Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Hive it is. Just refrain from any buzzing jokes.
Oh, the mantis swarm is a wonderful choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future, but I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know. Whatever do you mean? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago.
It was off the books, Doc. We found a grafting lab way out on Cloister, still operational. Law, I ain't seen horrors like that in my life. They were brutalizing folk and creatures, paying them no mind, giving them no honor even if they succumbed to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine.
And you're... Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's... I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and... But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's...
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully... Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. Oh, I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge. He's... Oh, I know that.
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard...
You honor me. I did receive a message from Erasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been. Inez, what you are doing is noble.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready.
have a word, Commander?
Good fortune! Our technician manifests at last. Hop there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions may... Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you.
That's right. A dismantling at this scale? Why, that could cause a cascade effect, resulting in total deorbit.
What? Spare me your technical argot and hop to it then!
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a mo? We got the intel we need, Commander. The undisputed claims our destination. If we find this Willard and convince him to use this grafting research for folks... Been doing some thinking about what happened. Didn't realize till I saw the lab. Auntie's Choice can't be trusted on their own with this research. That's... If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for anyone. Ain't just saying. Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action. That I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. Maybe this is what I...
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wished to discuss? No need to wait for permission.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue. I've informed the presiding bishop. I'm sure I don't need to say this.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now.
look forward to now. How might we be of use? Yeah, don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Yeah, I've informed. I'm sure I.
For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now, with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow aid. The conviction of those radicals was such that their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action. To no avail, obviously.
That sure will be some comfort the next time one of my stumps seizes up.
This kind of collateral damage is precisely what I was hoping to avoid. But that is the past. We must look... Now then, I gather you already know who I am. But science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Very well. We are here to fashion the future after all, not litigate. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Levin's methodology is usually faultless, and it would be a pity to scrap so much fine preparatory work. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider. Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition, if the plan wills it. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie could never take place due to the security risks. But perhaps a remote conference could be a viable alternative. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation. Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. We can finesse the details of a conference then. My time is yours, for the moment. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? Go. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. Thank you for that charitable assessment. My predecessor, Presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skill. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate, the compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life. Likely not, but it is the responsibility of every student to surpass their mentor in understanding and sentiment. And I can reliably assert that I have done that. Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with Presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Did you need something? May all...
The plan is always in motion, much like may you...
Something down there?
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.